This is easy because this is clearly the most exciting thing that's happening right now, isn't it? Oh, Bela. I need Bela, people. I almost forgot. The most important prop of the talk is, of course, the fox. So, hi, welcome everybody to the Community Lounge. I'm going to go right into the middle of things. So, my talk title is supposed to, yeah, we have the screen. It's supposed to be have your cake and eat it too. And I really wanted to talk about how there are really two communities that I can thank to be standing here in the first place. One of those communities happens to be, so I started speaking 4 years ago. This picture is like 2015. I was doing my day job as a front-end engineer, and I discovered meetups. I started going to meetups. I was like, hey, what about speaking at one? So 4 years ago, I did my first talk. It was probably the same length as this one is going to be, but there's really two communities that shaped my path from there on. Later that year, I went to a event that's called Mozilla Festival. We're kind of in the Berlin version of the same festival. Mozilla Festival happens in London. A lot of the Mozilla contributors. Here you see a picture of Mozilla reps. These are the worldwide Mozilla contributors who are shaping and volunteering to talk about Mozilla. And I got accepted as part of that. Don't even ask me why. And I made so many friends as part of this group. Some of these friends I was just hanging out this past few days, hosting me in their apartments because why not, crashing their couches just these days. So I got to experience, some of these people are actually here around us today. So this kind of made me, this picture I took in Copenhagen, if you ever been to Kassel, and I had friends who were photoshopping me into this cape of being the web savior. I think this is probably what makes your heart go when you're a Mozillian. But there's another community, not just the Mozilla community, there's another community that shaped my path, and that was the JavaScript community. If you have been here for JSConf, you know that guy. This was Web Rebels, to this date, one of my favorite conferences. And to this date, my favorite conference that I never attended. I was sitting at home, watching the live stream, tweeting at people, having the most fun time of my life. Eventually, these two, like the JavaScript community and the Mozilla community, converged into something that's called Mozilla Tech Speakers. The Mozilla Tech Speakers community is Mozilla supporting some of its developers, some of the developer contributors, and helping them spread the good word, helping them grow in speaking about technical topics, teaching people. And this is one of the first picture with me and some of our Mozilla contributors, one from Poland and one from Tunisia, at the very start of the program. This program actually got me to an obscure little conference. Never happened more than once in Dortmund, this very country. Got invited after a lot of troubles and a lot of like sweat and excitement, and I met. Even to this day, when I think back to that conference, it basically shaped the entirety of who I am today. Some of these people. I can thank my whole onstage presence. These people trusted me. These people trusted me to go on stage and demo hardware that I barely knew about. In the back of this picture, Dan Callahan, one of the developer evangelists at Mozilla, I can call my colleague and friend now. And, you know, we hold a workshop. And this was the brink of Firefox OS becoming a thing. And I was in the big stage. And from then on, I cannot, like, a 5-minute talk, a 50-minute talk wouldn't be enough to tell you all the stories of meeting people in Oslo and visiting their conference in Buenos Aires. and making friends all around the world and making lifelong connections and friendships along the way. And eventually I got to JSConf EU not much longer later. I actually have the same hoodie with me today. And like the JavaScript community made a comeback. This is from a conference, their last Reject.js. I guess we had their last Reject.js a few days ago as part of Berlin.js, but this was the last Reject.js conference. Me, a tech speaker, representing both the Mozilla community and the JavaScript speaker, budding JavaScript speaker, representing the JavaScript community. So you might ask yourself, okay, what is this airy have your cake and eat it too thing? And the thing actually goes back to JSConf, this conference. It took a lot. I actually was visiting a family in Cyprus, and they sent this mysterious picture to the organizers, and they were like, "What is that?" Some of these organizers to this date, like you can see a reunion picture from just a few months ago, are my best friends. We organize conferences together with some of these people just to this date, and this all goes back to a cake that I actually got in Cyprus. I went to a patisserie in Cyprus, found one, and ferried a cake in hand luggage into this conference to give a gift to the conference that trusted me that gave me their trust, and that gave me a chance so I can stand today here. So if there is anything I could ask you, is give people a chance and lift other people up, because who you are here, you have a privilege of being able to lift other people up so other people can stand on these very stages later on. Thank you.
Thank you.